2016, lose an arm. New Year resolution, lose another arm. "2017 is here, and it's good to be back. I am a little late with this review, and I apologize because I have to do a lot of different things. Now then, we are here with the new chapter, and I gotta say, for the first chapter of the year, there's some crazy stuff. I really enjoyed this chapter. I thought it was a really great chapter, a very familiar formula from the original Tokyo Ghoul, and that is the horror aspect. That's something that you do get in the series, not as crazy and profound as this moment, especially the way how it's illustrated, which is one of the better moments of the series, let alone this arc. Crazy intense build up for what is to come for Kaneki and everyone else who's being involved with a more dangerous circumstances. Uri and Higi are teaming up against Donato. The moment that Higi loses his arm was more of an actual reaction, which brings a lot of terrifying atmosphere, and that is the whole atmosphere covering with Donato versus Uri and Higi. These characters are so human, especially with Uri. Actually has a lot of pressure. He's the leader. He's trying to take care of the new generation and carry them forward, yet he's failing both of them, and this is something that's haunting him. This isn't the old Uri. Always thought about getting a promotion, even if he's going against something that is against the odds. He's still going for it for the sake of promotion. In this case, now he has a lot of pressure. He has a compassion for his friends, his comrades, and the fact that there's only two of them, this is something that scares him to the point that his mind just says nothing but like, please don't die, please run away. You can't compare it to the previous moments like with against Noro, because with the time with against Noro, he has companions, he has a lot of help to work together. But right now, they split away, and it's just these two. The fact that Uri has a lot of responsibility, it just shows you that this is haunting him right now. Donato is one hell of a character in terms of combat. The first time we see him, we know how sadistic he is, thanks to the Amon's flashback. But now seeing this in action is more terrifying to even comprehend. We don't even know how his Kagane works. Stealth, ninja, I don't know what it is. He's either very fast or he's just very stealthy, which I guess you could say they both go hand in hand. So obviously this is very difficult for them. I didn't want to call it from the last chapter, but it turns out to be true. Donato is there to torment Uri by slowly dismembering Higi in front of him, and it's just the whole atmosphere just feels so haunting. It gives you that scary feeling, very dark aura, and especially with the way they illustrated. There's so many things to figure out about Donato's characters. Bottom line is, Donato is the rightful king of Peria. There's a great reason, and we're seeing it now, and it may not be the last. While switching back to Kaneki, there are a lot of good action scenes. In fact, there's a lot of fun action scenes as V actually comes in play, and the fact they actually introduce himself, or rather just being shown, and then we let the narrator, or rather let Hiroko narrate about the V organization. Not only they're very strong, but they're hidden in terms of like who they represent and who they are, to the point that even the other investigators don't understand. They don't even know if they could trust them, despite them taking out the ghouls. We're finally seeing more of them in combat. I can't consider the time against Eto being one, because it was more of an ambush, and Eto was a very powerful ghoul. Here this is the case of what happened if it's just a normal minions scattering around. This is one way to open up for them to come into play, and they're pretty badass in some way, yet frightening at the same time for Kaneki and his team, especially when they had a hard time going against them. It's like what they said, it is a zero squad, but in more of an adult. Kaneki caught on that this is all Furuta idea, which is given. The only question unanswered if this is the entire plan from Furuta. It's astounding that Furuta got these two groups in play and we don't even know what is the real picture. What I also like about the chapter is the being pressure as the king. Now he's seeing everybody being targeted and he has no choice but to go alone. Irumi has to step in, even though she was supposed to be in a support team, despite the fact that Kaneki doesn't want to split up and have them being still in danger. They're reassuring him that everybody will be fine and that you gotta start putting trust in them. Right now, Kaneki has to understand to put some trust and rather not to think about like how much responsibility he has to carry only. He has to let them to help him in order to carry everyone together. He's a king, sure, but don't let the pressure get the best out of you. This is a nice progress, and I can see more and more happening for Kaneki's character, especially now he is the king, which holds a lot of responsibilities. Just gives you a lot of pressure if they are going to die or not. Kaneki splitting away with time running short, Ayato waiting for him. That's the whole idea behind Kaneki's side of the story. The time is running low and he has to go make a progress. He has to do this now before everything is too late for him. The visual in this chapter is really great in a lot of different ways. The first part, you got the whole haunting atmosphere, something straight out of the horror game, movies, whatever. You got from the whole shadowy moment, you got the fearsome characters, you got a lot of agony. It's a lot of really good mix. And then the other parts with Kaneki, you got a lot of great action visuals. There's a lot of cool display, probably because of the samurai swords. A lot of cool moments, even that little small posing moment that Kaneki gets his suit. You gotta like these guys, how they make Kaneki look like the boss. But regardless, this whole chapter has a really nice, pleasing visuals, a lot of great paneling, a lot of crazy moments. Not only it builds up more and more, but it gives you the rising tension that things are about to get worse. Uri is suffering. He has to see his friend, he has to see the young generation getting tormented right in front of him, or anything surprising happen. Even the way how the last page ended, it doesn't end it like with a tense cliffhanger, but it ends it with something that just tells you these two are having a huge problem. Regardless, this chapter was really great, very tense, and then it just gets more great developments on the horizon. I'm giving this chapter a 9. This was a great chapter to start the year. Things is about to get more intense because we already know how to set up from a couple of last chapters. So now we're seeing how the things are starting to play, even if it is more of a build-up. We definitely know that Donato is a frightening double-ass ghoul, and you just wonder who's going to stop her. Do you know who's going to stop her? Do you know who's going to show up? Would it be Kaneki? Would it actually be someone else? That's one question that's on my mind, and I would like to know what you thought about this chapter. Sorry for coming late, but hopefully I'll come much earlier next time. My thoughts are told. Don't let yours on hold. Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.